You know, if we take this approach to the mind, the one I'm discussing, which is really the Buddhist one, that you can kind of mainly divide all the things that go on in our mind, all the thoughts and feelings and emotions and all the business, we can divide into two categories. You know, there are those that are I-based, fear-based, unhappy, constricted, you know, not comfortable, like depression, anxiety, anger, jealousy, low self-esteem. We know these very well. And then the other lot, you know, that are useful, appropriate, not ego-based, but more, you know, reasonable, kind, compassionate, wise, so on. We know the difference. We know the difference. One of the key things in trying to identify which is which, you know, is that the unhappy ones, one of their key functions, besides being disturbing to oneself, is that they exaggerate. They're kind of conceptual stories that exaggerate. So when you have attachment for something, just a chocolate cake, you know, what attachment is doing, which is coming from some emotional hunger, it exaggerates the deliciousness of the cake. It over-exaggerates. You paint the whole of the cake with this one brush, you know. Then when you're angry at somebody, it's exactly the same. You paint the whole of that person with that one brush. They did one thing wrong, and the anger makes them appear much worse than they are. I think we can see this. When you're depressed, which is internalized anger, you're over-exaggerating your own badness. You're over-exaggerating the unhappy, the kind of the distressing things in life. It's easy to say this, but I think if we really look carefully, we can see. Look at guilt, you know. Guilt is just blaming yourself, and it exaggerates your badness. I think it's very instinctive. So we can analyze it, do this kind of analysis, observe it and analyze it, and try to counteract it, try to paint a new picture, try to be more reasonable. It's really powerful. It sounds kind of simple, but this is a very kind of useful way to work on our minds, you know, not to believe so strongly first the story, and then to analyze it, kind of steady our minds, you know. This is very practical, very practical.